Say, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
Subscribe and like below.
Subscribe and like below.
What's up? What's up? What's up with your T? Welcome back to Let Me Ask You Something. What's up with you, man?
Sir. Hey man, doing good, bro. Can't complain. Can't
Yes,
call
sir.
it.
Right. Can't call it. So look, we just gonna get right into it because we don't want people to just think this all NBA, bro. We love football, dog. We from Florida, NFL, college football. Football is king down here, so we gonna start coming at y'all with a couple football topics. And today, the first one we wanted to do was a couple trades that happened in the NFL. So we had A.J. Brown getting traded from the Eagles to the Patriots, and we had Dexter Lawrence getting traded from Giants
The
to the Bengals.
Bengals.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
we could just talk about him a little bit. I'll let T go first. I'll introduce it. So what you want to talk about first? The Dexter Lawrence one, right?
Yeah. We can touch on Dexter Lawrence.
Mhm.
So not really surprising.
Mhm.
I guess in the last couple weeks or so, the demanded the trade,
They get
Harbaugh.
to that thing.
Hey, new sheriff in town. It was crazy. Like I don't know if this was the reason why he requested, but I don't know if you heard about Zay Flowers. He was on the podcast. He was talking about how, like, I guess, how hard they have been practicing. How hard the practice was, during the season.
Oh, for the
And
Ravens.
yeah, for the Ravens, and he was kind of alluded to. That's why they were, suffering a lot of those injuries to the players. So he made it seem like they were like Harbaugh was running the players into the ground.
Right.
So, I don't know. That's like, hey, I don't know, bro. I'm out. Ain't trying to get top participate in that. So, but I don't know. It's all speculation. But yeah, man. So yeah, the Giants made the trade. I actually like the trade for the Bengals. I actually like the trade for the Bengals. They're under a lot of pressure to formulate a team a winning team. While Burrow there, Burrow he get tired of the losing, so they try to make moves, which I respect. It's not really something that the Bengals normally do. They're pretty reserved when it comes to transactions and making moves. But I do like it. The fact that they signed Jonathan Allen in the offseason as well from Washington.
Oh, yeah.
So he's there. So you got two big bodies in the middle to help solidify that defense, because the defense was trash.
I'm trash.
Like they've been trash for years.
Yes.
And so, they signed out to Allen. They signed a defensive end for the Seahawks, to replace Trey Hendrickson. What his name? Boy Mafe.
Right.
They got him for the Seahawks. And then in the secondary, man, they got Brian Cook from the Chiefs. He's supposed to come help out that secondary. And that defense really have been the same since Jesse Bates to Atlanta.
Yeah, that was the quarterback of the defense back then.
Right. Like best player. Again, Cincinnati didn't want to pay him. Like they out whatever. That's a whole nother topic. We can do a whole nother video about that too. But all in all, man, I do like this trade for the Bengals. And also for the Giants too. They get another pick. So they got the number 5 and the number 10 pick. I believe. So yeah, they could definitely make something happen with those picks. But I thought it was a good trade. Yeah, good trade both sides. Man.
Yeah. I liked it too. And I know I'm looking down, but I'm just about to read a couple things real quick. So Cincinnati Bengals boasted one of the league's worst defenses, finishing 31st in total yards allowed. Total defense, 31st. Run defense, 32nd. Pass defense, 30th. Points allowed, 30th. It's only 32 teams.
It's only 32.
Bro, you're dead last in almost every stat, dog. So it's like, bro, you add anybody, but they add me and you, we might be able to help out there. Like,
that's real. like 28, 29.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, he's a good player, obviously. He had 9 sacks in 1 year. So, any pressure up the middle, anybody pretty much know if you could get to that quarterback up the middle, that's the worst place that the quarterback wanted, right at your feet, coming and pressing up in your face. I can't even step into the throw. And then I got to back up. I can't step into the pocket. That let the edge rushers collapse on me. So it's like, if you got somebody good up the middle coming, then I believe you'll be pretty good. I seen the, what's the show? Ocho them. Nightcap.
Yeah.
Dexter Lawrence, because he had a half a sack last year. So now former players can do that. I ain't gonna clown no NFL player because he had a half a sack. But I will say I think he can do better. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I believe he'll do better.
For his talent.
You know what I'm saying? For his talent. And he was a first round pick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because at Clemson, he was balling at Clemson.
Yeah.
So,
that's when all them boys at Clemson.
Yeah. So I believe he'll I believe he'll pick it up this year, and like I said, anything will help that defense, dog. That I mean, like I just read all that, bro. 30th in every stat. They couldn't even get to 29th.
Trash,
So
bro.
yeah. So then yeah, we can move it on. Next one, AJ Brown. I like that trade because he needed a new scenery. I think him and Jalen Hurts. I don't know about all them rumors and all that, blah blah blah. I just know from what I've seen on the field, he seemed kind of like poutyish now. All the reading the book. It just was becoming such a big story and like a big distraction that he just needed somewhere new. And
Right,
I mean, what other new place to go than with your former coach?
right. Who
That
drafted
you
you?
was winning with, you know what I'm saying, that drafted you,
Yep.
so he know what you about. He probably can talk to you in a different way than maybe Sirianni could, because maybe you got a closer relationship with him.
Mhm.
So I like that. Getting Drake May somebody else to throw the ball to, especially like intermediate routes, like in breaking routes and stuff like that, because AJ a big body. But then at the same time, Drake May, because I got the stats ready. Drake May, they say he led the league in pass yards per attempt at 8 yards. AJ Brown, 12 yards per catch. So
Mm.
you putting that and that together, you
That's
know
a
what I'm
that's a
saying?
good match right there.
A much better matchup. So I really like that. And then you lose Diggs and you upgrade with that. And if I was them, I would draft another receiver in the draft because I like Kayshon Boutte. I like the boy Kyle Williams. He fast. And then
Yeah,
obviously if you gonna get AJ Brown. But then after that,
yeah. Oh, they signed Romeo Dobbs is off season
okay,
too.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
right about that. So yeah,
and
you're
I
right. Never mind. Never mind then. Because you
yeah,
can
and
have
they might
them
have
three
let
years.
Boutte go if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Yeah.
Okay.
No, quote me on that.
Right,
But
right,
I
right,
think that's
right.
why they signed Dobbs. So I know for sure they got
Okay.
Dobbs.
Right, they did. They definitely did. And that's a good one from the
Yeah,
Packers, bro, because he was heating it up on the Packers. So
yeah.
yeah, you're right about
He was
that.
basically their number one receiver.
Yeah, you're right about that. So
Yeah,
yeah, AJ at one, Dobbs at two.
yeah, man.
Yeah, dog. And then the tight end across the middle. So I like them, man.
Hit it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I like them, man. So yeah, man. What you think about it?
Yeah. Yeah, I like you said, bro. It like definitely was a change of scenery was needed.
Hmm.
Like for whatever reason, they couldn't coexist. There was problems with the multiple offensive coordinators. The past few years, and then like this year, bro, that offense it hurt to watch that offense this year, bro. Like I don't know what it was, man. Saquon didn't get going.
Mm-mm.
And like I said, like Hurts and AJ Brown, they didn't mesh well.
Mhm.
And I feel like for his skill set, AJ Brown, like he's in the prime of his career, so he needs somebody that's gonna air it out.
Right.
Jalen Hurts, he a little conservative, when it comes to his pass attempts. Like he not gonna take too many risks. And I felt like I think AJ felt like he was underutilized
Mhm.
in that offense.
Hey,
But this year it seemed like at times like they purposely didn't throw his way, which is
mhm.
weird. But nah, man, I think he's gonna be a great fit for him over there in New England. Favorable, the familiarity. He know AJ. He know how to push the right buttons, and I think AJ Brown, he gonna be motivated. Like
Right,
so,
definitely. Yeah.
hey, another All Pro year. He probably have another All Pro year. Like first team All Pro. Probably lead the league in receiving yards. Who knows? Like
Mhm.
that's a potential that he has with Drake May. And then you know, as a young quarterback, having a bona fide number one receiver, man, that could be everything. So I'm interested to see how that's gonna work out. And I got a little stat too.
Mhm.
So when it comes to AJ Brown, so he's been one of the most consistent receivers since 2022 when he got there,
Mhm.
right? So can you guess the two players that have had more yards or touchdowns than him with that span? So he's number three. Do you know who number one and number two are?
I mean, if it ain't them LSU boys,
One
Chase
of
is
them. It's one of them. Chase.
okay. Maybe somebody like would it be maybe like DK Metcalf?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nah.
Oh
Mm-mm.
yeah, give me the other one then.
Almond Ra.
Oh, St. Brown.
Jake
He is.
Brown.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
Yeah. 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 So yeah, they're the only two since 2022 that have more yards and more touchdowns in that since
Right,
in that
right.
span.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
wrong getting about 10 targets a game. Yeah.
Yeah.
High volume.
Yeah, so yeah, bro. So I
Mhm.
mean, like you know what you gonna get with him, man.
Mhm.
Consistency and
Right.
big body, speed. It run every route on the route tree. Ain't nothing this
Mhm.
man can't do.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, hey. That is what it is then. So we're gonna wrap it up right there. Like I said, man, a couple football topics. We're gonna have a couple of things for you back to back to back. So get ready, man. Football season is all season every day in Florida.
Yes,
So it is
sir.
what it is, man.
Birdman hand rule.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Hey, so we'll holler at you, T. We're gonna get right to the next episode then.
Let's get it.
All right, dog.